Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark and this is the Ultimate Racing League. So we are here for the weekly Sunday challenge, but before that, as always, if you do like these videos, then please remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, if you could subscribe, you would be helping us out a lot. I would also like to say a big thank you to our sponsors for this season, and that is Dubby. It is dubby.gg. If you head over to their website and enter the code URL7, you can get yourself some great discounts on their products. So head over to dubby.gg, check them out. They are the energy drink for gamers, and thanks for joining us, and welcome on board, guys. Now, as you know, I cover League 2 for our Sunday challenges. If you do want to go over and see how the other leagues are getting on, if you head over and check out my colleagues' YouTube channels, that's Paul, Sean and Ian. They will be covering the League of Champions, League 1 and League 3. Head over there. There's some fantastic racing to be watched on their channel, so give them a check out. Now, as we do each week, we're going to go down the league table just to see where we all sit points-wise. And after 5 rounds, we can see that Wacky Racer is at the top on 245 points. Aspect is sitting in second on 233 points. Niggle 72 is at 194 points. James dropped down the order a little bit on 187 points, and Declan in 5th is on 162 points. So it is all still to play for, especially between the top 2. So another 5 rounds to go. Yeah, it's really turning into a hot one. So moving on to today's race, we are in Croatia at the Dragon Trail Seaside layout. There are lots of layouts on this particular circuit. It is a fictional circuit, and we are, as I say, at the Seaside normal layout. There is a reverse for this side, for this one, but we are on the normal one. So it is Dragon Trail Seaside. It's 3.2 miles long. There are 17 turns, and it is basically a triangle shape. With 3 hairpins and 3 chicanes. The most notorious of the chicanes is affectionately known as the chicane of death. It catches a lot of people out, so it's going to be interesting to see how the guys get on today. So without further ado, we're going to head over to trackside and we'll see how we get on in race 1. Okay, so we shall go down the grid order after qualifying for this first race of 3, and as you can see, we've got Niggle in pole position, we've got Wacky Racer in 2nd, the Big Mac 3rd, James Stephen 4th, Declan 5th, Hodgie is 6th, Robbie 7th, Angry Man is 8th, Stealth is 9th, Max is 10th, Kebab Man's 11th, and Hoppers is 12th. So just 4 missing from the full 16, but the 12 that are here, I'm sure, are going to give us some fantastic racing. So without further ado, we shall get this race started here in Croatia at Dragon Trail Seaside. Another long pause. The pauses seem to be getting longer and longer for these starts, but we are away, and it looks like Wacky Racer has got a fantastic start off the line. It really caught everybody else napping and has shot into the lead. Niggle now finds himself in 2nd. The Big Mac has gone up to 3rd. He's challenging his teammate there, so those two really don't want to go door bashing this early in the race. James has moved up into 3rd, which has dropped the Big Mac down to 4th and now 5th because he's been challenged by Robbie. Declan in 6th, Hodgie in 7th, then we've got Angry Man and Kebab Man's, it looks like, going side by side up and over the hill. And just have a look at the back and see what's happened. Now then, Max at the back with Stealth and Hoppers. So whether they've had a coming together or not, I'm not sure.
but we should just shoot back up to our leader, Wacky Racer, who's already opening up a gap. So he set his stall out very early as we enter the chicane of death for the first time. So let's have a look to make sure everybody gets through it. And it looks like we have. We've all been very cautious, and everybody is through safely, so nobody died on that lap. So just go up to, let's have a look, mid-pack. There's Declan and Hodgie chase down the Big Mac and Robbie. The cameraman's a little bit slow today as the Big Mac has a look at the inside of Robbie. As they enter this first chicane, there are 3 types of chicane on this track. As we said in the introduction, the first 2 relatively simple, but it's the third one that you've got to keep an eye out for. 3 hairpins as well, and that's the first of them. So Wacky Racer out in front and stretching his lead. So he is a good 2 or 3 seconds ahead of Niggle. There's Niggle just flying by as we head down the hill into the second of the hairpins, just before the chicane of death for the second time. James has settled into 3rd, Robbie's in 4th, the Big Mac 5th, Declan 6th, just behind him is Hodgie. Everybody trying to get through there as fast as they can, but also you need to try and avoid the barriers, and it looks like these boys in League 2 are doing a fantastic. Oh no, we do have somebody facing the wrong way. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Let's have a look. It was Angry Man is the first one to fall foul of the chicane. So let's just follow Angry Man through as Max goes wide. Angry Man goes through to take 11th. Now let's just see where it all went wrong for him. He's through the first section, and it was the exit. He just caught that the barrier on the left hand side, just gave it a little kiss, which threw him to the right and into the other side. So that's unlucky for Angry Man. Hopefully that's the first and last time that anybody's going to do that today. They don't call it the chicane of death for nothing though, and that has really put him back. So he's got a lot of work to do now. He's got damage at the front, so he's got to try and catch up to everybody else now. So back up to our race leader. You can just see Niggle appearing in the background. To Wacky Racer, also with the current fastest lap of 1:37.7. That's very quick round here. Niggle in second, a little bit of wobble going on there. I think that's lag though. James in 3rd. James could really do with getting some more points on the board, try and get himself back up into the top 3. So James will be looking to have a good day round here. This first race set at sunrise, so the sun should just be appearing over the mountains. As James takes us through the chicane, got the Big Mac in 4th, then we've got Hodgie in 5th, Robbie under pressure from Declan as they go through under the bridge or through the tunnel. Not much of a tunnel, is it? So Robbie and Declan having a good battle now as Robbie gets his nose in front. Side by side across the start finish line to start lap 4 into turn 1. Full throttle through turn 1 and then into the first of the chicanes. Hard on the brakes, left, right. Let's go on board with Declan as he tries to chase Robbie. It looks a fairly simple layout, this circuit, but it is quite technical. There's quite a bit of cambering going on, and some of these corners, you get them wrong. These curves are quite deep and they can throw the car from side to side. You've got the gravel out there on the right that Robbie nearly found himself in. Down the hill, hard on the brakes, into the second of the hairpins, and we can see Declan's point of view now as we go through this chicane. You just want to get as close as you can to that barrier on the right. Oh no, not that one though, Declan. That's not the one you want to get close to. So let's just go back and we'll see where it all went wrong for Declan as he's chasing Robbie. So we've gone through the first section. You want to get as close to the right as you can, but not that bit there. Now, to be fair, that could have been a lot worse for Declan. He's kept his track position. So that's the second person to fall foul of that chicane. He's now coming under pressure from the kebab bands. As they approach the start-finish line to start lap 5, we are just under halfway through this first 15-minute race. We shall have a rundown of the tyres, because as I say, mediums do have to be used at least once. So Wacky Racer out in front, he is on the softs, as is Niggle. The Big Mac now in third, he's on the softs, James on the softs, so is Hodgie. So the first person to use the mediums is Robbie. Then you've got Kebab Mans, he's managed to get by Declan. Let's just go back and see if we can find where he did that. So it was on the start finish, no, it wasn't on the start finish line. Yes, it was. It was the start finish line. And Kebab Man's managed to pull a good move on Declan there and get by. Kebab Man's on the mediums as well. Declan on softs. Stealth is on the mediums. Hopper's softs. Max is on the softs, and Angry Man on the softs as well. He is making some progress. He is getting a little bit closer to Max. So we'll just go down the order again and see if we can find where the fight is. It's certainly not up the front here with Wacky Racer, although Niggle does look like he is gaining. So Wacky Racer shows us exactly how it should be done through that chicane. So the Big Mac now coming under pressure from James. Oh, James having a bit of a scrape of the barrier as he came out of that chicane. So around the final turn, onto the start finish straight. If James can get close enough, maybe he can make a move on the Big Mac. Let's go on board with James. Through the right-hander, he is pushing that Porsche along, isn't he? Down through the gears. Careful not to get on throttle too hard, otherwise you're going to spin. Well controlled from James. I think he's just going to have to sit behind the Big Mac for these next few turns. Got absolutely nobody behind him, so there is no pressure whatsoever on James. It's up to him just to try and force a mistake from the Big Mac. So Hodgie in 5th on his own, really. So the two Genesis, 4th and 5th. Then we've got Robbie, he's all on his own as well. Declan has managed to get that 7th spot away from Kebabman's again. I'm sorry we missed that. So Declan is leading this little group of 3. We've got the Kebabmans and Stealth, the two alphas trying to chase him down. Stealth needs to get a little bit closer to his teammate. Try and work together to catch back up to Declan. Oh, Stealth went a little bit wide there, managed to save it though, so that's a good bit of driving from Stealth to keep it going forwards. As they start lap 7, we have just under 5 minutes of this race to go, and Hopper's down in 10th, missing his teammate again this week, Mikey. So Hopper's doing a good job in 10th. Then we've got Angry Man, who has managed to make it up to 11th, and Max in 12th in the Supra. I've just noticed we've got no Ferraris on track this week. So Wacky and Niggle out in front, 1 and 2. They have a very good gap back to James. James has managed to take that 3rd podium spot away from the Big Mac, although the Big Mac is not giving it up easy. The Big Mac getting a good exit out of that turn 17. Now can he get closer to James? I don't think he can. In fact, I think James is opening up a little bit of a gap. Ooh, now then, a bit of bumper kissing going on there. Let's just go back and have a quick look at that. In fact, so as they enter the chicane, you can see the Big Mac coming in, and coming in quick. He goes up the inside. Oh, a bit of a, yeah, there was a bit of a touch. Both facing the right way though. Big Mac just eases off to let James carry on in 3rd. But he can get back after him now. The Big Mac really trying to force a mistake from James, and he is. He's got up on the inside, so the Big Mac goes through to take that 3rd spot. Not quite sure what happened there to James. He just seemed to back off a little bit. No, he's coming back at him now. All the while, Hodgie is trying to get closer and closer to these two, battling it out. They're doing a better job than I did last night. I was in the Genesis as well, and I found it a very difficult car to drive around this track. So both James and Hodgie doing a much better job than me, which is not difficult, I know, before anybody jumps in. So Hodgie still in 5th. Let's just have a quick run down of the order. Robbie in 6th, Declan now in 7th. Then we've got Stealth, Kebabmans, Hoppers, Angry Man and Max. Way out in front is Wacky Racer with 1.5 minutes to go. Niggle in 2nd, so these two definitely 1 and 2 on the podium. The big question, oh, what's happened to the Big Mac? I was just about to say, the big question is going to be who is going to be joining them. And as we see, the Big Mac is currently in 3rd. as we enter the first of the 3 chicanes. And now he's got on the power a little bit early. I think he's drifted wide, got his tyres onto that gravel, and that has just completely spun him out. And that is so unlucky for the Big Mac. He was having a fantastic race with James. I'm not sure if he's just waiting for everybody to go by, or he's got some sort of mechanical failure. No, he's moving again. I think he's just trying to do what's right and be safe, but that has cost him. James couldn't believe his luck, just kept the pressure on, and the Big Mac succumbed to it. James moves up into 3rd, Hodgie goes through to take 4th. So back up to Wacky Racer now. We have about 30 seconds. I'm just interested to see whether he's going to get another lap out of this. I think he may well do that, and it looks like he's had a bit of a kiss with the barrier as well. A little bit of front damage on that Mercedes of Wacky Racer, but it's not cost him anything. As he goes through to start his next lap, Niggle's going to be joining him. So it could be James that's finishing first in 3rd spot, and it is. No, James goes through. So it's Hodgie that's finished. So Hodgie finishes 4th. Robbie comes across the line to take 5th. Declan is going to be 6th. I don't think Stealth's going to catch him, or no, he's not. Declan's 6th, Stealth 7th. Well done to Stealth. Kebabman's is going to be 8th. Hoppers is going to come home in 9th. No, he'll be pleased with that. That's a good result for Hoppers. 9th. Angry Man 10th. Then we've got the very unlucky Big Mac. He'll be bitterly disappointed with that. Coming home in 11th. Max is going to come home in 12th, and then we're going to go back up. So yeah, Max 12th, then back up to our leader, the Jedi Knight that is Wacky Racer. Has done nothing wrong really. He did have a little bit of a kiss with the barrier. He must have done. There was some front bumper damage earlier on, but it's not cost him anything. A good race from Wacky Racer, and a well-deserved win. So well done to him. Niggle, good result for Niggle to come home in 2nd. And then we've got James, who's going to bring it home in 3rd. So a good result for James. And with Aspect missing, there could be some valuable points on the table for him. Join me shortly for race 2. I shall catch you soon.
So that was race 1, and Wacky Racer really is stamping his authority on this league, taking yet another win, and with his closest rival Aspect missing this time round, that's got him a few points further forward. So we're going to head over soon to race 2, see if he can repeat exactly what he's done in race 1.